You are welcome to my channel. My name is Mrs. Ann Animation. If you have not watched my previous videos, I will encourage you to go and watch it so that you can understand this class better. Because as I have said before in my other videos, we are talking about natural family planning using Billings Method. Billings work principally on mucus sign. Some women have a persistent type of vaginal mucus during their cycle. Most, however, feel nothing for the most of the cycle, and Billings describes these signs as nothing. Dryness. The dry days, therefore, ovulation or peak as described by Billings, are called early dry days, while those after are called late dry days. As we continue this class, you understand better what we mean by dryness. I've said it before in my previous videos. You see dryness. Like in this chart now, this is a cycle of a particular woman. We have two cycles of this same woman here in this video. And we can see that a cycle is a menstrual cycle. It's a menstrual cycle we're talking about now, or menstrual month. That a cycle is the first day of one menses to the third day of the next menses. A cycle can be as short as 21 days or as long as 50 days or more, and still be normal for the particular woman. Cycles can also vary from one woman to another, even with the same woman. That's for the menstrual cycle for you. It varies because even the temperature can make it change, stress, or one thing on the other can make it change. A woman that knows that her menstrual cycle is 28 days can just decide to be 26 or even higher to 30 or 30 something days. It varies from one woman to another. And when we are calculating a cycle, as we have said before, like this woman now, last menses now is 12 April to May 8th. That's why we don't call it monthly cycle. You can see that it's from April it enter May, and this is a cycle of within 28 days, and it's still for the same woman. And the next cycle can even be different. The menses may not be the same days, and that's just it for you. Now we have some key things to put in mind, basic things that we have to remember. When we are doing these charts, you have to have a booklet or an exercise book for you to use. It's not that you use a piece of paper. No, it's something you can ever refer to. Using this Billings method, it has helped many to know even your head settle as a woman, to know how well you are doing. Many have used it. In my class, I've been an instructor for over 10 years, and I've used it to detect even some women that have infection, because when they have infection, from the way their mucus flow and everything, would you understand it from there? And with that, you have to take this serious. Many women say, I cannot do it, it's still difficult. There's no difficult about it if you care about yourself. Now, as you can see, in this menstrual cycle, we have months, we have date, we have sexual intercourse or body sign. Well, if you have to write all this down, you can just put M as your month, D as your day, SI as your sexual intercourse, body sign as SB. Just make it simple. And before you start all this thing, put all this in mind. The most fertile signs and the less fertile signs. Is the most fertile sign you have to put down in a day. And you don't write the next day down when you are writing of your dates, because no one knows tomorrow. Like today now is 12 in this year now. This woman is not to write 13 down because he say, okay, I know that tomorrow I will still see my message again. No, you don't do that when you are trying to practice Billings method or way of family planning to chart. You have to wait till another day because it's godly advice. As a human being, we are not God that knows tomorrow. You don't know tomorrow. That's why the church so much encourage us and is pleased with the church, the Catholic Church, to make use of this method of natural family planning. As continue, you don't write your date down, and it will do what the most fertile sign you experience throughout the day you write down. Just for instance, you are in a day you are able to witness dryness, which dryness is like when you urinate, you did not see anything, any mucus, you don't see pap, you did not see egg white. And all this pap, egg white, all this, I've explained it in my first videos. You can go as well and understand better about those videos. If this is your first time of coming across my video, go and watch my other videos so that you can understand what it means by pap and egg white. Now, you don't just write anything. It's the most fertile sign you put down. When you experience those three, the most fertile sign at that time is egg white. Let's say you experience pap and egg white. The most fertile sign is egg white. If you experience dryness and pap, the most fertile sign is pap. That's what you do. And you do all this when you're about to sleep. Your exercise book or your booklet is by your side. It's for you to write it down. And you write it, okay, today being 12, I see my message. This is what I see. You don't write tomorrow on down because no one knows tomorrow. Now, in this our chart, you see this particular woman saw her menses between the 12th of April till 15th of April. You can see it lasts for 4 days. Goes to on 16th is she saw dryness, no menses, there's no any mucus. She's just dryness, she urinates, just the water of the urine that she felt. That's only what was there. And she has sexual intercourse. This sign is for sexual intercourse. This symbol is for sexual intercourse. She has sexual intercourse. And I've not explained to you before, this particular chart is for a woman that is preventing pregnancy. We have charts for women that are breastfeeding. We have charts for women that are doing pre-selection, maybe a pre-selection for a baby girl or a baby boy. We have charts for infertile couples. We have charts for everyone. If you follow my chart, but what I'll be focusing on today, I'll be focusing on a woman that's trying to prevent pregnancy. And we encourage husband and wife to always be in this together. Not that it's a woman thing, nothing concern me. If you love your family and you know what is good for you people, don't push your wife to go and do artificial own. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Even the medical people knows about it. Most women don't find it easy when they take all those artificial things on their body. Man, husband, encourage your wives to do natural family planning. Now, on the 16th, this same woman experienced dryness. That's why they have sexual intercourse. On the 17th, she experienced dryness, but they space it because these are the early days after menses, and we don't know if any ovulation mucus is present. On the 18th, they have sexual intercourse because the following day there's still dryness. On the 19th, it's dryness, but they don't have sexual intercourse because she's trying to be careful not to mistake her husband mucus, which is the sperm, with her own mucus, and be saying, okay, maybe has I seen egg white or not. That's why he has to space it like this. On the 20th, she saw dryness again and they have sexual intercourse. But good for her, on the 21st of the same month, she experienced PAP. This equals to sign. She experienced PAP and is early. Is a PAP before ovulation. Is yeah, that's why she did not have sexual intercourse and is written with red pen because it's like a danger. It's before the peak, it's before the ovulation. That's why she has to write it with red pen. And another thing we have to put in mind when we are doing charting, we make use of three and two pen. Is that you make use of red pen, black or blue pen. Red pen, black or blue pen. That's what we use for charting. And now on the 22nd, the same thing, she experienced PAP. Another reason why she will not have sexual intercourse, she have to be careful because you just like for instance now, you make pap now and pour egg white in it and pour raw egg in it. You may not notice that there's egg white in that pap. You just take it because it will not show. That's why most of the time when there's present of pap, we are being careful that egg white can be present in it because it's the egg white that make the sperm to be alive. It protects the sperm. Like if I tell you now about the sperm according to Billings, is described as what is very sensitive to his environment and is useless for for conception unless the wife can protect it with a fertile mucus. You can see that's the reason why this woman have to be careful because if she has sexual intercourse in this egg white, that's why it's red. If she has sexual intercourse and there is egg white in it, or the pap is even okay to protect that sperm, that the conception can still take place. And is in this fertile environment, the sperm can survive for up to 5 days. Can you imagine it? Just imagine now, this without presence of the pap and the pap is healthy, that mucus pap is that look like pap is healthy enough, it can protect that sperm till the peak. You can see from there you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 20, from 21st to 25 days. You can see it can protect it to the time that the egg can be released. That's why this woman have to be careful. Now on 23rd she saw a egg white. That's why it's that red times sign that she used symbol. The same thing 24th, 25th, this she saw egg white again, and she didn't put that red one on top because she doesn't know what is next tomorrow. Because before you put that red one on top, that is your peak. You can see it on it. That's the peak. Before you can say today is your peak. You cannot say today is your peak when you have not seen tomorrow. Just like saying you have not seen tomorrow and to say the last rain was yesterday or the last rain was yesterday was last week. Is when you have reached the next week, you do not see rain again. That's when you can say, in the rainy period though, before we start experiencing dry season, so day was the last rain. Because if you don't see the next day or the next week and notice that there was no rain, there's no way you can say the last time or the last time and the last day was the last rain. The same thing happened here. That's why it was on 26th she noticed pap, and in that pap is marked with black pen, and she now put it. That's when she now said, "Oh, on 25th, which was yesterday, was her peak." She put her peak there. That's when the peak sign was there, and in the peak sign, she that pap that she saw on 26 mark it as well the first 0 day. The same thing on 22nd second she saw another pap mark it at the second 0 day. This happened on 28th. On 28th she saw dryness, no mucus at all, no even pap. That's me. She mark it as the third 0 days. That Billings recommends abstinence on the three days after peak. The third day is to take care of the 12 hours that the eggs may still be alive, because these 3 days are called the 3 0 days. As you can see there, the 3 0 day is recognized as the 3 0 days. Most days after the peak are dry, but there are occasional days that witness pap signs. Short signs after the peak are described as late pap. As you can see here now, is late pap. Late pap, unlike early pap, is always infertile since it never hide any egg white. Early pap develop into egg white, which feels stretchy and look like the whites of an uncooked egg. Egg whites still tell a woman that her ovulation is very near. That's why you have to be careful with your egg white. Just to be careful with your peak in that early part after your menses and you see pap. On 29, this woman did not see any mucus again, only dryness. She has sexual intercourse. 30th, she has sexual intercourse. On 1st of May, she experienced mucus. Since is a mucus after the ovulation, she still stay put and enjoy her sexual intercourse. All those happen in the bathroom, at home, if they have car, wherever, they continue having their sexual intercourse till on the 8th of May. On the 8th of May, she started her menses again. That marked a whole complete a cycle for this woman. From the 12th of April, that's the beginning of one menses, to the 8th of May, that's the beginning of another menses. That mark it a whole chart. And if you take it down to the next chart, which we will be talking about on our next lesson, on our next class, you will see that another 8, that 8 are being brought down. You start that 8 again with this. That will mark it, and we'll start from there to we'll say that's another chart. As we continue, don't forget to like, to subscribe to this channel if you are enjoying my class, and send to your friends and family member that may need this, so that this can help them too in their daily life, especially when they want to present. And we are doing all this is being done for us to have a healthy life. That's what this church says and encourages us to do, so that we can have a healthy life. The ovulation mucus stretches either like the egg of an egg, All those things, if you don't know it in your mind, there's no way you can understand. I would like to define ovulation for us. Ovulation is the release of what? One egg from ovary. This occur in every cycle. As you can see, there's a cycle that has taken place. The expression is when multiple eggs are produced, as in twins, triples, or other multiple births. In such case, the eggs are all released within 24 hours period. A complete ovulation never occurs on two separate days in one cycle. Science has not advanced to the stage of determining the exact time of the egg release. That's why I do explain to us to my student that egg, it's just like you cannot know when the egg is being released. That's why people that are doing IVF, they are being monitored, because if they are to collect that egg, they don't know when it's being released. It's just like your menses. A woman that you are even sure that your menses is 28 days, and but you don't know. Sometimes it can come in the morning, it can come when you are sleeping, it can start when you are walking, it can start at any time. The same way, that's the same way eggs are being released in every woman's body that ovulates. It is, however, possible to know the approximate period during which the egg was released. The released egg can survive for up to 12 hours, and if there are multiple, that's what to say, it will survive for 12 and 24 hours. And everything, that's why the 30 days, all those things cover up for the safe period. May, if you observe this with prayers, this is not out of prayers. With prayers, you can achieve this. If people like us can achieve it, you can achieve it, and it goes a long way. It make you to be sensitive to your body. It is chatting and observing this, all this your body signs, make you to be healthy. In fact, you have a lot of gain. You have a lot to enjoy, to gain from it. As we continue, I will tell you more important things about this natural family planning. See you in my next class. Share to your family, your friends, and everyone that needs it. God bless you all. Thank you.